सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओं श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। परब्रह्मणः श्रुतिमातुः समस्तदेवतानां गुरूणां कृपया शास्त्रोक्त परब्रह्म अनुभवस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं विश्वशान्तिकल्याणार्थं साधकानां समस्तशक्तीनां साधनानां सम्पदानाम् अवाप्त्यर्थं विघ्ननिर्माणार्थं श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणस्य अष्टमस्कन्धस्य पारायणम् एकादशस्कन्धस्य अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ पारायणम्। टुडे we will be starting the 16th chapter chanting of 8th skandham, where through this Bhagawatam and all Vamana Avatara begins. In this 8th skandha, the four important topics are the Matsya Avatara toward the end. Here it is Vamana Avatara. Before that we saw the Kshirasagara Mathanam. सबसे पहले we saw the Gajendra Moksha. Let us do this. ओम अष्टमस्कन्धः अथ षोडशोऽध्यायः। श्रीशुक उवाच एवं पुत्रेषु नष्टेषु देवमातादितिस्तदा हृते त्रिविष्टपे दैत्यैः पर्यतप्यत अनाथवतो। एकदा कश्यपस्तस्याः आश्रमं भगवान् अगात् निरुत्सवं निरानन्दं समाधेर्विरतश्चिरात् सपत्नीं दीनवदनां कृतासनपरिग्रहः सभाजितो यथा न्यायम् इदमाह कुरुद्वः। अपि अभद्रं न विप्राणां भद्रे लोके धुनागतं न धर्मस्य न लोकस्य मृत्योश्चन्दानुवर्तिनः। अपि वा कुशलं किञ्चित् गृहेषु गृहमेधिने धर्मस्यार्थस्य कामस्य यत्र योगो हि अयोगिनाम्। अपि वा तिथयोऽभ्येत्य कुटुम्बासक्तया त्वया गृहाद् अपूजिता याताः प्रत्युत्थानेन वा क्वचित् गृहेषु येष्वतिथयः नार्चिताः सलिलैरपि यदि निर्यान्ति ते नूनं फेरुराजगृहोपमाः। अप्यग्नयस्तु वेलायां न हुताः विशासते त्वयोद्विग्नधिया भद्रे प्रोषिते मयि कर्हिचितो यत्पूजया कामदुघान् याति लोकान् गृहान्वितः। ब्राह्मणोऽग्निश्च वै विष्णोः सर्वदेवात्मनो मुखम्। अपि सर्वे कुशलिनः तव पुत्रा मनस्विने लक्ष्ये अस्वस्थमात्मानं भवत्या लक्षणैरहम्। अदितिर्वाच भद्रं द्विजगवां ब्रह्मन् धर्मस्यास्य जनस्य च त्रिवर्गस्य वरं परं क्षेत्रं गृहमेधिन् गृहा इमे अग्नयो तिथयो भृत्या भिक्षवो ये च लिप्सवः। सर्वं भगवतो ब्रह्मन् अनुध्यानात् नरिष्यति। कूनु मे भगवन् कामः न सम्पद्येत मानसः। यस्या भवान् प्रजाध्यक्षः एवं धर्मान् प्रभाषते तवैव मारीच मनः शरीरजाः प्रजा इमाः सत्वरजस्तमोजुषः। समो भवान्स्तासु असुरादिषु प्रभो तथापि भक्तं भजते महेश्वरः। तस्मादीश भजन्त्या मे श्रेयश्चिन्तय सुव्रता। हृतश्रियो हृतस्थानान् सपत्नैः पाहि नः प्रभो। परैर्विवासिता साहं मग्ना व्यसनसागरे ऐश्वर्यं श्रीर्यशः स्थानं हृतानि प्रबलैर्मम यथा तानि पुनः साधो प्रपद्येरन्ममात्मजाः तथा विधेहि कल्याणं धिया कल्याणकृत्तम। श्रीशुक उवाच एवमभ्यर्थितो अदित्या कस्तामाह स्मयन्निवा अहो मायाबलं विष्णोः स्नेहबद्धमिदं जगतो क्व देहो भौतिको अनात्मा क्व चात्मा प्रकृतेः परः कस्य के पतिपुत्राद्या मोह एव हि कारणम् उपदिष्टस्व पुरुषं भगवन्तं जनार्दनं सर्वभूतगुहावासं वासुदेवं जगद्गुरुं सविधास्यति ते कामान् हरिर्दीनानुकम्पनः अमोघाः भगवद्भक्तिः नेतरेति मतिर्मम। अदितिरुवाच केनाहं विधिना ब्रह्मन् उपस्थास्ये जगत्पतिं यथा मे सत्यसङ्कल्पः विदध्यात् स मनोरथम् आदिशत्वं द्विजश्रेष्ठ विधिं तदुपधावनम् आशुतुष्यति मे देवः सीदन्त्याः सपुत्रकैः। कश्यप उवाच एतन्मे भगवान् पृष्टः प्रजाकामस्य पद्मजः यदाह ते प्रवक्ष्यामि व्रतं केशवतोषणम् फाल्गुणस्यामले पक्षे द्वादशाहं पयोव्रतः अर्चयेद् अरविन्दाक्षं भक्त्या परमयान्वितः सिनीवाल्यां मृदालिप्य स्नायात् क्रोडविदीर्णया यदि लभ्येत वै स्रोतसि एतं मन्त्रमुदीरयेत् त्वं देव्यादिवराहेण रसायाः स्थानमिच्छता उद्धृतासि नमस्तुभ्यं पाप्मानं मे प्रणाशय निर्वर्तितात्मनियमः देवमर्चेत् समाहितः अर्चायां स्थण्डिले सूर्ये जले वह्नौ गुराववे नमस्तुभ्यं भगवते पुरुषाय महीयसे सर्वभूतनिवासाय वासुदेवाय साक्षिणे नमो व्यक्ताय सूक्ष्माय प्रधानपुरुषाय च तच्चतुर्विंशद्गुणज्ञाय गुणसङ्ख्यानहेतवे नमो द्विशीर्षे त्रिपदे चतुःशृङ्गाय तन्तवे सप्तहस्ताय यज्ञाय त्रयीविद्यात्मने नमः। नमः शिवाय रुद्राय नमः शक्तिधराय च सर्वविद्याधिपतये भूतानां पतये नमः। नमो हिरण्यगर्भाय प्राणाय जगदात्मने योगैश्वर्यशरीराय नमस्ते योगहेतवे नमस्ते आदिदेवाय साक्षिभूताय ते नमः। नारायणाय ऋषये नराय हरये नमः। नमो मरकतश्याम वपुषेऽधिगतश्रिये केशवाय नमस्तुभ्यं नमस्ते पीतवाससे त्वं सर्ववरदः पुंसां वरेण्यवरदर्शभ अतस्ते श्रेयसे धीराः पादरेणुमुपासते अन्ववर्तन्तयं देवाः श्रीश्च तत्पादपद्मयोः स्पृहयन्त इवामोदं भगवान् मे प्रसीदताम् एतैर्मन्त्रैर्हृषीकेशम् आवाहनपुरस्कृतम् अर्चयेत् श्रद्धया युक्तः पाद्योपस्पर्शनादिभिः अर्चित्वा गन्धमाल्याद्यैः पयसा स्नापयेत् विभुं वस्त्रोपवीताभरण पाद्योपस्पर्शनैस्ततः गन्धपुष्पादिभिश्चार्चेत् द्वादशाक्षरविद्यया श्रुतं पयसि नैवेद्यं शाल्यन्नं विभवे सते ससर्पिः सगुणं दत्त्वा जुहुयात् मूलविद्यया निवेदितं तद्भक्ताय दद्याद्भुञ्जीतवा स्वयं दत्त्वा च मनमर्चित्वा ताम्बूलं च निवेदयेत् जपेदष्टोत्तरशतं स्तुतिभिः प्रभुं कृत्वा प्रदक्षिणं भूमौ प्रणमेत् दण्डवन्मुदा कृत्वा शिरसि तत्शेषां देवमुद्वासयेत् ततः द्यवरान् बोधयेत् विप्रान् पायसेन यथोचितं भुञ्जीत तैरनुज्ञातः शेषं श्रेष्ठः सभाजितैः ब्रह्मचर्यार्यथ तत्रात्यां रात्र्यां शोभूते प्रथमे हने स्नातः शुचिर् यथोक्तेन विधिना सुसमाहितः पयसा स्नापयित्वार्चेतु यावद् व्रतसमापनं पयोभक्षो व्रतमिदं चरेद्विष्णुर्चनाद्रुतः पूर्वत जुहुयादग्निं ब्राह्मणांश्चापि भोजयेत् एवं त्वहरः कुर्यात् द्वादशाहं पयोव्रतं हरेराराधनं होमम् अर्हणं द्विजतर्पणं प्रतिपत्दिनमारभ्य यावत् शुक्लत्रयोदशे ब्रह्मचर्यमदः स्वप्नं स्नानं त्रिश्रवणं चरेत् वर्जयेत् असदालापं भोगानुच्छावचांस्तथा अहिंस्रः सर्वभूतानां वासुदेवपरायणः त्रयोदश्याम् अथो विष्णोः स्नपनं पञ्चकैर्विभोः कारयेत् शास्त्रदृष्टेन विधिना विधिकोविदैः पूजां च महतीं कुर्यात् वित्तशाठ्यविवर्जितः चरुं निरोप्य पयसि शिपिविष्टाय विष्णवे सूक्तेन तेन पुरुषं यजेत सुसमाहितः नैवेद्यं चातिगुणवत् दद्यात् पुरुषतुष्टिदम् आचार्यं ज्ञानसम्पन्नं वस्त्राभरणधेनुभिः तोषयेत् ऋत्विजश्चैव तद्विद्याराधनं हरेः भोजयेत् तान् गुणवता सदन्नेन शुचिस्मिते अन्यांश्च ब्राह्मणान् शक्त्या ये च तत्र समागताः दक्षिणां गुरवे दद्यात् ऋत्विग्भ्यश्च यथार्हतः अन्नाद्येनाश्वपाकांश्च प्रीणयेत् समुपागतान् भुक्तवत्सु अथ सर्वेषु दीनान्धकृपणेषु च विष्णोस्तत्प्रीणनं विद्वान् भुञ्जेत सह बन्धुभिः नृत्यवादित्रगीतैश्च स्तुतिभिः स्वस्तिवाचकैः कारयेत् तत्कथाभिश्च पूजां भगवतोऽन्वहम् एतत् पयोव्रतं नाम पुरुषाराधनं परं पितामहेनाभिहितं मया ते समुदाहृतं त्वं चानेन महाभागे सम्यक् चीर्णेन केशवम् आत्मना शुद्धभावेन नियतात्मा भजाव्ययम् अयं वै सर्वयज्ञाख्यः सर्वव्रतमिति स्मृतं तपःसारमिदं भद्रे दानं चेश्वरतर्पणं त एव नियमाः साक्षात् त एव च यमोत्तमाः तपोदानं व्रतं यज्ञः येन तुष्यत्यधोक्षजः तस्मात् एतत् व्रतं भद्रे प्रयता श्रद्धया चर भगवान् परितुष्टः ते वरान् आशु विधास्यते इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् अष्टमस्कन्धे षोडशोऽध्यायः ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Payovratam is the vratam given by Brahmadeva that now here Kashyapa Prajapati is giving to Aditi. He has given it exhaustively. Should be done in the Falguna Masa, the first to 12 days. So only Payaha, milk, Abhishekam to the Lord, that alone is taken as Prasadam, and all other rules of Puja, Upasana, Upvasa, Diksha, Adashaya, all that Bhagavan said. And why she wanted, what's her problem? Her problem is her children are removed from the throne, the Adityas, Indra Adi. She wants them back to be on the throne. When Kashyapaji comes home after his tapasya, when he sees her in such a mood like Kaikeyi only, not so bad, but like that, he asks, what's that, everything's okay and all. In that, all Grahastha dharmas, everything are told. She says everything is fine, but only thing is, you have equal vision to all your children. But for me, my children are important. I want them to get back the throne, like that. Then there he says these words, where is the pure self and where is the body identity and the samsara, what to do. So same thing today we'll see in Adhyatma Ramayana, Bhagavan Rama teaching to Lakshmana today or tomorrow. So as long as we are in this world of worldliness, not focusing on Paramatma, this Spardha Suya Tiraskaraha, what we saw yesterday in Bhagavatam, that goes on continually troubling us. Even she is the Aditi, Deva, she is such a great one, Deva Mata, Kashyapa Prajapati's Patni, even still she has that jealousy, that attachment. That's what he says. How difficult are these attachments to give up? But a wise person, if he is really contemplating, thinking, he can do it. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Bhagavat Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Suta Sharanam Mama, Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nata Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nata Narayana Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव. ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. ॐ कृष्णप्रियं सकलकल्मषनाशनं च मुक्त्येकहेतुमिह भक्तिविलासकारि सन्तः कथानकमिदं विभतादरेण लोके तीर्थपरिशीलन सेवया किम्. ॐ नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिरित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ एकोनत्रिंशोऽध्यायः. Shri Bhagavan. Let us chant the mantra from 16. Visrujya smayamana svana drusham vridancha daihikima pranamet dandavat bhumau ashvachandala goshkharam yavat sarveshu bhuteshu madbhavo nopajayate tavadevamupasit vang manah kaya vrittivihi सर्वं ब्रह्मात्मकं तस्य विद्ययात्ममनीषया परिवश्यन्नुपरमेतु सर्वतो मुक्तसंशयः. अयं हि सर्वकल्पानां सद्रीचीनो मतो मम मद्भावः सर्वभूतेषु मनोवाक्कायवृत्तिभिः स्नह्यङ्गोपक्रमे ध्वंसः मद्धर्मस्योद्धवान्ववे मया व्यवसितः सम्यक् निर्गुणत्वादनाशिषः यो यो मयि परे धर्मः कल्प्यते निष्फलाय चेत् तदायासो निरर्थः स्यात् भयादेरिव सत्तम. एषा बुद्धिमतां बुद्धिः मनीषा च मनीषिणां यत् सत्यम् अनृतेनेह मर्त्येनाप्नोति मामृतम्. एष ते भीतः कृत्स्नः ब्रह्मवादस्य संग्रहः समासव्यासविधिना देवानाम् अपि दुर्गमः. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Salute in the mind Parabrahma Tattva Shruti Mata. Salute to Bhagavan in all his avatharas, especially Bhagavat, especially to Krishna. Salutations to Guru Tattva, Guru Parambara, and all the Bhagavata Gurus and Acharyas and Bhaktas. Salutations to our own Gurus who are bent upon guiding us, helping us, blessing us. Having done that, we have got a beautiful topic of Bhagavata Dharmas as taught by Krishna. We are trying to listen, understand, etc. Now, before we enter into today's discussion, just a thought or so is what is these are the two most difficult things for every of the jiva, especially in the Kali Yuga, because of which he is not able to substantially walk and progress in, especially the spiritual path. The first reason is ki it doesn't click to us easily. What is that? Ki the need and necessity of spirituality never is felt by us. Without that, we can just live life like that. In this attitude only, throughout the life and many, many lives, we unfortunate ones live. जरूरत ही नहीं लगता उसका. And therefore we don't go for it. Hmm? First of all, we, because of whatever the Satkarma, Punya Karma of the world we do, we get all these sukhas, comforts. Then in the sukha, sukh mein nahi kare. Happily we are enjoying. And whenever the difficulties come, we pray to the Lord only to remove the difficulties. After again by His grace, the difficulties go away, things become comfortable. Again we indulge in the world only, and never ever we are feeling the need of spirituality. Point one. Point two is what? If some people are there, or if the people all around us are there of spiritual type, like that of the Kruta Yuga, then looking at them, knowing or taking it as the trend, we would have lived spiritual life. But when we look around now, who are there all around us? Only the worldly people, the bhogis are there. Therefore, that inspires us only to work in the world for the artha and kama, find in that only the sukha, even though it is temporary, even though it is found with lot of hardships and difficulties. मतलब इस कलयुग में जन्म लेने के कारण ऐसे अर्थ काम के लिए मेहनत करके उसको पाकर जीना, छोटे छोटे प्लेजरों में यही जीवन की शैली होना है, और यह है होना चाहिए. In this fixation of the mind, all of us are there. That's why the most toughest thing is to feel the need of spirituality. Is it not? वेरी टफेस्ट थिंग. नीड है ये मेरे को जिंदगी में, किसी को महसूस ही नहीं हो रहा है. दिस इज कॉल्ड महा महा मोह. महा महा आई टेल, तो ये तो भगवान का ही श्राप ही है कि हमको भगवान को पाने का जरूरत महसूस नहीं होता है स्पिरिचुअलिटी करने का. First task it is out of three. The second task is what? Even if you want to be spiritual, what is spirituality? How the spirituality is to be done? To know this and understand this and remember this, again the biggest task. Like for example, we are studying Bhagavad Dharmas in this 29th chapter of 11th Skanda. Say let us turn last 15 दिन, 2 हफ्ते हो गए. If I ask you or ask myself, enumerate what are the dharmas, what Bhagavan told, unless the book is in front is there, again we don't remember कि सारे धर्म कर्म करना है मुझे स्मरण करते हुए. I have to look at the book to tell you, and you have to wait for me to tell, then only we remember. See the human beings, intellect's inability, chitta's inability to remember the sadhana and sadhya, even though it is spoken every day, 6 times per day from last 2 years, around 3,000 above times. Let us be careful, be clear about these aspects. Why this is so? Because the first point. What is the first point? कि we don't feel so much need of the spirituality. अब जिस चीज की जरूरत है आप उसको याद रखोगे, अब नहीं है तो क्यों रखोगे आप? You understand it? And also in Kali Yuga, because of dependency and machinery so much, cell phone and all, no memory. In the beginning of the cell phones became popular, in the 1996, 98 stuff. All 100 or at least 54 numbers, 10 digit वाले याद होता था मेरे को. Anybody's number, 984856, that. People used to be surprised, हमें इतने याद है, हाँ बता नहीं. After slowly, when the phone में ही सारे contacts numbers आ रहे, we felt the no need of it. अब देखो कि कोई लोगों को ना अपना भी phone number याद नहीं रहता. Not a joke it is. They say take my phone and call to your number, then you feed it. You save that number. In Kali Yuga, because of dependency on Dravya, the Chitta Asa, the Smriti Shakti also is lost. Second is, there's no feeling of need of the spirituality. Therefore, we don't do Mananam Chintanam. More than 5-6 times when you do Mananam, each of the topic point discussed, there's no chance of remembering it. And again, we have to repeatedly do it. That is why these Brahmanas, every day they have to do the chanting of same mantras. throughout their life. The Havana mantra, the Upasana mantras, and if they are in the profession of the Paurohityam, all the Paurohitya mantras for the Vivaha, for the Upanayana, बेचारे 3-3 घंटे डेली बैठकर बोलते ही जाते हैं, तभी जाकर the mantras and the swaras are remembered. If not, they can't do their profession. Like this, every life they do. You understand it is? How many times we have to repeat it to memorize? With the lost memory of ours or the memory chip filled with the worldliness as well as tamoguna and the Kaliyuga's prabhava. And there is a time for us to remain. So हमारी class में आना यही ज़्यादा है. We feel it and we have filled our life with so many non-essentials as essentials. You know, you have to TV देखना है हमको, वही program बार देखना है, and in ourselves we have to see that all these, the things, etc. Thereafter, so many things we have to do for our own comforts or luxuries or the bhoga. And the food which we consume in Kali Yuga is so that nowadays is energyless. That's not the vitality, it is not giving us for the memory, etc. इतने प्रॉब्लम है देखो. Second thing, the first one is we don't feel the need of it. Second one is so tough to remember the sadhanas. Third one is what? Remember, spiritual progress in which Paramatma Anubhuti is a goal happens only when 24 घंटे we are in the स्मृति of भगवान. अब भगवान लक्ष्य है, ये बात ही याद नहीं है तो भगवान कैसे याद रहेंगे हर वक्त हर समय? See, everywhere the word Nitya, Nitya, Nirantara, Nirantara is coming or not. Where do we remember God? All the time, everywhere. The Abhyasa, now we are connecting it to the discussion, the topic. What Bhagavan Krishna is saying in last 3-5 slokas, that everywhere, wherever you go, whatever we see, all of that is me only. In that Mad Bhava, Bhavana, when you keep on doing, did not mention how many days or months or years or lives. Go on doing, and see its consequence in the disappearance of these 4 things in your heart. Spardha, Asuya, Tiraskara, Ahankara. कहाँ जा रहे हैं लोग? They are not going only, they are increasing only. While doing spiritual sadhana, only we look at others. If they are sitting for more time meditation, we are jealous of them. We don't know that they have learned to sleep while sitting because they come to class regularly. आँख खोल कर भी सोने की विद्या. You understand? How difficult. So these 3 things. First, finding the interest. Therefore, that interest or the Shraddha, that Paramatma pursuing that is spirituality alone is cause for all the Dharmartha Kama Moksha. This conviction we have to develop. How do you do is your choice, but this is to be done. Such books we read, such Mahatmas we meet, their words only we mind, not the others' words, where they tell about the Karta, Karma, and all independent of God, without bringing the God or spirituality into picture. What is that lesson learned taught today? बढ़िया सा तुम्हारा इंजीनियरिंग या मैकेनिक्स या कोई भी मेडिसिन पढ़ लो कॉलेजों में, then the campus selection will happen, then you are selected in that, then you work hard, you will get a lot of packages and money till the recession starts. Already started in US, big lists are being sent, top post people are being removed. You can see in the next 1-2 months, by March April it will come to India also. That is not the topic, yeah. But this is what taught, is it not? Academically study well, get into the good jobs or big packages. Then with that, luxuriously live and as a competition to other. Even if you don't afford with your money, go and buy such big villas and bungalows for which you pay through the credit cards. anticipating that your job is permanent, you get those big packages. Now, all, in sub mein, where is Bhagavan brought? Not brought. In fact, without Paramatma, can our Dehendriya Manabuddhyadi work? Tell me, पहले तो वो first point only gone. Is not the Bhagavan only made all this world? Is it not there in every of the beings? Whoever are giving us job, giving us salary, Bhagavan only is prompting. That reality fact is never ever told anywhere. Therefore, we think that we only are working, we only are getting everything. Therefore, there is no need of Bhagavan. देखो, in the same way, whenever the problems are coming, medical problems, we think doctor is enough, go take medicine, and we are getting cured. And nowhere in any of the hospitals, in thousands in India, Bharat Desh, is there in any hospital the Bhagavan's pictures are there? They don't keep because other religion people will not come. Is there anywhere the Dhanvantari Bhagavan's picture, Dhanvantari mantra? Out of lakhs of doctors, nurses, how many of them know the Dhanvantari mantra? How many of them know that there is Dhanvantari Rishi, Bhagavan's Avatara, who is a Ayurveda Acharya, who brought this Ayurveda medicine? In fact, allopathy वाला आयुर्वेद को तो ठुकराते ही हैं. Forget about considering about the God there. Who brought this? How many of them know the Charakas, the Shushrushas? But again, here also, even your allopathy medicine, whoever is discovering in him, if not the God is not there, will he able to do that research and find that medicine? And if the God is not put that medicinal effect in those things and reveal that to those scientists, will that medicine be available? And is not the Bhagavan only after the medicine is administered to the patient, that seeing that the patient medicine going to a particular disease place of disease and removing it, but that is not taught. Without Bhagavan, nothing in the world can happen, but nowhere Bhagavan is being spoken. Is it not? Even at home, how many times the parents say, Beta, Bhagavan ki kripa se, we are well off. Bhagavan ki kripa se, we came together. Never ever it is told. Mechanically, some of them they do the lighting of lamp or little puja, but how can it enter in the mind if it is not repeatedly told? अपने आप थोड़ी जाता है क्या भाई बिना बताए. मन में हम सब प्रयत्न से जो करते हैं सोचते हैं वही जाएगा, वही रहेगा. But we are not doing any prayatnam. How do you imagine that the idea of the God itself enters in the mind? After that only, now he is important, he is necessary. These second level thoughts are developed. Then one looks for spirituality. In the good olden days, for everything bhakti and mukti, Bhagavan was primary. They were everybody were first worshipping Bhagavan. That's how so many hundreds and thousands of temples, wherever we go in India, they were all there. Therefore, all were primarily bhaktas. Thereafter, only they are samsaris. Now, there is no bhakta, everybody is samsari. Even though they are going to temple, only for the worldly things only they are asking. How many of them are asking Bhagavan, give me bhakti, give me vairagya, give me the mumukshata, send me to such guru who teaches me shastra, may I go there and learn from him. अरे it is as if only for a selected one or two only ऐसा हो गया हो. Whereas every human being having evolved to the human level, the only thing left for him is to reach to the divinity. Every human being. But nobody is told and nobody is knowing it. They're living life while living as a human, only as animal, only for the Vishaya Sakti and all. And we're pursuing that, doing all types of papam by which even the human life also is taken away. They are sent to any of the Pashupakshi Yoni. Why we are discussing this? How we have to protect ourselves in this regard and how we can contribute. Our protection is again and again bring to the notice of the mind that without Paramatma, nothing can exist, nothing can happen, nothing can be gained in this world. Therefore, for everything we are depending on Bhagwan. Therefore, Bhagwan is very, very essential in my life. More essential and important to me, the Bhagwan is than my own self. This type of teaching, training, each of us will have to do for ourselves. Then only the need of worshipping Him, need of approaching Him, need of praying Him, all of them happen. In this, after doing it for some lives only, then where is that God? Who is that God? How to obtain that God? These inquiries, jnasas, which take one to the pure spirituality of Vedanta, and in which, when the Guru teaches Upanishads, he'll understand, meditate, and realize is a oneness with Bhagavan. We have to, as a duty for ourselves, should continuously maintain this thought that without Paramatma, nothing can happen. Therefore, he is the most important person for me in my life, both for bhukti and mukti, as well as mukti, anyway, we have told it, as well as for helping us in all problems. The mukti from the small little problems of the life, and the final mukti from Jiva Deha Bhava. What is only He who can help me in this thinking when we are there, then the interest. First thing we have to do this. Second is that same thing we have to tell to our children. Blessed are those children who have such parents who, along with giving the academic educations, gave them values, etc. More than that, they taught the children to rely on, depend on Paramatma, knowing that His presence is so vital in life. Blessed are those children. And the unfortunate is the entire children or generation where the stupid parents give them all academic education but not the support of Bhagavan. Unfortunate. You don't be that second type of parents of not giving the support of Bhagavan to children. You be that first type. If you have not done already, from today, continuously do everything, every day that only. Call your children, grandchildren. Did you do your puja? Did you do your namaskar? Tell them the sun and moon and stars and winds and waters, without which we cannot live even a moment, are not created by you and me, not given to us by any doctors, lawyer, engineer, politicians, not given by the government. All of them are given by Bhagavan. So to the inside our own body for its own life. All the vital organs are not made by anybody. God gave. A functioning of them, coordination between them, because of which we are alive. All are by Bhagwan. In this way, create in them that जिज्ञासा and understanding that प्रभु के कृपा से ही सब हो रहा है, इसलिए उनकी कृपा में जरूरत है, इसलिए उनके संपर्क में हमें निरंतर रहना चाहिए through all these spiritual practices. If you don't teach this, not only the mumukshu in him we are not creating, and now we are making him a pakka worldly and samsari. And living life like animal without remembering God, next life you will be animal only. Because Manushya Jivan is only for Bhagavad Prapti. You have not done it. Therefore, what is the use of that? You will not give Bhagavan. This most crucial point everybody is missing. And it should have started from the government. Unfortunately, the only country in the world which has this system, tradition, culture of visualizing entire world as Paramatma, that country itself, because of these pseudo words of secularism and all, is not able to propound the most basic thing in the education system, that see everything as divine. See divinity in everything, primarily. Depend for your life on Bhagwan first. ये चीजें अपने भारतवर्ष में नहीं सिखाएं तो दूसरे देश में कहां सिखाएंगे? Some other religion they are teaching more than us, but then in them again criminality, cruelty, selfishness, bhogalalasa, that is also too much is there. There also problem of divinity, spirituality is being troubled everywhere. This is the first one. After that only our understanding spiritual practices, first listening them, understanding them, remembering them, and doing them. When this is done for few lives, then only the last thing of all the time, my mind in its thinkings and emotions, my intellect in its inquiries and contemplations, my senses in its perception are involved only in divinity all the time. Then only all these faculties get fulfilled. Thereafter, they are transcended through offering them to the Lord to experience that which is beyond. This is what is our role. So we are listening to Bhagavatam, we are listening to Ramayanam. In our life, how much the importance of the divinity increased in our heart? Are we feeling भगवान इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर भुक्ति एज वेल एज मुक्ति? हो रहा है तो फिर आपका भागवत श्रवण सफल हो रहा है. Thereafter, are you understanding what is the meaning of spiritual sadhana? After so many of years of listening, if you are able to understand and do it, the second level also you have succeeded. Now the third level remains is what? Even those gaps between the classes, wherever we are, whatever we are supposed to do, minimum as a dharma, there also we have to bring only Bhagavan. Other than Bhagavan, nothing in life. When we are doing these 6-7 classes per day, Bhagavan is helping us to achieve this. I don't know for you all, but मेरे लिए तो सुबह दोपहर शाम always I'm in my tension, anxiety. What is the next text? What is the subject matter? What I have to talk on? वन डे टू डे कोई भी कॉपी करके बोल सकते हैं, बट लगातार सालों साल 6-6 क्लास करने दिमाग पूरा उसी में है. आई डोंट नो वेयर आई एम, व्हाट आई एम ईटिंग और व्हाट वर्क इज देयर. कोई ख्याल ही नहीं, होश ही नहीं दुनिया का. I used to feel what's happening. Now I'm feeling so happy. Bhagwan, more than this, how can there be any other karuna of yours? I understand your grace now. Put me more busy. Even those nights also let me not sleep. Only remember you. Even let me give up even eating the bhojanam also and do your smarana or take 5-6 more classes. Because we are understanding that this is the way Bhagavad Krupa works. This way of Bhagavad Krupa only redeems us from our worldliness. Is it not? And in this thing, what we are doing now, 6-7 classes throughout the day study, stably we stay. Don't go out of this routine. First stage. And then, while stably doing it, when you develop the depth in that, when you develop the intensity in that, then we'll be able to enjoy the doing, enjoy the result also. This is our next stage. Never ask Swamiji classes khatam ho jaye. Nahi hona. Never find any other reasons, means to miss the classes. You 6 people I am telling who are regular. Only 6 of you, 6 or 7. 8th person ठीक है, उनको दे देते हैं कभी मौका. That is your devil in you working, trying to go away from Shastra or Satsanga for any justifiable, non-justifiable reason is giving chance for the devil inside to work, so that the chance गिलते चले गए, then फिसल जाता है फिर हाथ से. For example, if we don't come to classes and listen Shastra and do study of them at home, what will you do? Is not a valid question. We'll do only those things by which the samsara, the worldliness increases, and whatever spirituality learned, that goes away. That there are only 2 things in life, no? The adhyatmikata और सांसारिकता. अब अध्यात्म छोड़ना चाहते हो तो क्या करोगे? संसार का ही फंस जाओगे ना. फंसना है, डू यू वांट टू गो बैक? यू आर वेलकम और वेल गो. Now you understand the need of our being aware, alert about our mind, always proposing to do something other than Adhyatmikata. Even now. Therefore, this is the crucial time. This is the sharp turning when you go in the mountain range. होता है ना? Sharp turning, बहुत carefully जाना. This is the most sharpest place at lifetime in our life where we should intensify our consistency of study and swadhyaya by our efforts. Along with that, pray to Bhagavan. भगवान इस मूड से मुझे नीचे नहीं जाने देना. इस मौका से मुझे दूर मत नहीं ले जाना. और भी ऐसे मौका देते जाना. That no outer people or inner mind thoughts distract me from this noble thing. अभी अभी मैं रेगुलर हो रहा हूँ. Abhi, I am trying to understand spiritual goal and means. Little conviction is coming. Oh Lord, this is the time where the bud is blossoming. Let it not be thwarted or thrown or plucked and thrown outside. May it not happen. This is what I too am praying like this for me. Mind will continue its persecution of bringing all the earlier times experiences. It brings those memories. It tempts us again and again. Let us go for that enjoyment, that sukha, that indulgence, that bhoga. Most importantly, that nidra. याद रखना माइंड मनोनाश कहते हैं थ्रू वासना क्षय totally mana in its vrittis as we are studying in yoga sutras till it dissolves it goes on like last enemy रहने तक लास्ट बॉल होने तक मैच कौन जीतेगा नहीं पता जस्ट नो यू सा इंडिया बांग्लादेश वर्ल्ड कप how in the last ball luckily India has won the match. Till that moment, mind will not give up to pull us down. It goes on finding the mauka, creating the mauka, using the mauka. देखता ही रहता है, देखता ही रहता है. Never ever we can trust the mind. That mind is doing its own job. Let it do, but our intellect should be overpowering the mana and keep on inspiring us only in consistently doing what we are doing now. And if possible, add more and more. Most importantly, more ardent and sincere we have to be in our prayers to Bhagavan. Ye Bhagavan yahan tak laaye. Like when you are playing that snake and ladder wala, when you are the number 10, 15, 12, 20, ऐसे फेंकते जाते कोई जरूर प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Once you cross 70, every time when there is snake is there, Bhagavan, 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 let me not fall the prey to that, come back. जैसे ऊपर जाते रहते वैसा डर और प्रेयर बढ़ता है कि नहीं. Especially when you come to 96. And there's one snake in 97, another snake is 99. तो भगवान नॉट वन टू नॉट वन टू नॉट टू दो दे दो लकीली दो गिर गया तो 97 snake you saved. The only one is there at 99, but still it is there. By mistake एक number आया मानो, from that 99 you come to 22, again to climb it is. So for this is that very sharp turning point where, hey Bhagwan, Kshama karo for my all follies, insincerities, indisciplines, irregularities, all of that. Please don't send your Maya on me to pull me down. Please. Do whatever you want. Take from me anything. प्राण भी लेना है तो ले लो, लेकिन मुझे शाम के मुंह में आने मत देना. I want to reach you. I want to experience you, the divinity everywhere. Let nothing pull me down. See, the mind is saying, enjoy this, enjoy that, all that. But the higher intellect to tell to itself and the Bhagavan. Like the child is going on nagging. But still the mother does her own cooking work or cleaning work or any of the work. If she goes on attending the child, she can never do anything. So the mind goes on nagging. It will never leave, remember. We have not yet become so Shuddha, freed from all the vasanas, all the habits. Is it not? पूरा खत्म हुआ क्या हमको? मौका मिलते घुस जाते रेफ्रिजरेटर में, खाने लगते, पीने लगते हैं. And we have all resources also, money also, freedom also. कोई पूछने वाला नहीं है, कोई कहने वाला नहीं है, तो भी सुनते नहीं हमको. एक ही है कहने वाला स्वामी जी और उनको भी नहीं सुनते. These are all the Maya. We don't have anybody to order us. That is the most unfortunate thing. Even if somebody is there, but we don't value them. Another Maya. And all the things freely available, terrible Maya. People are there to encourage us in that only. Indulge, embrace, enjoy, involve. ये भी भगवान का ही माया है. हम इसमें फंसते हैं. इसी से हमको बचना है. भगवान, let me not look here and like a horse. ऐसे पट्टियां बांध दो. I must see only the path which takes me to you. Only let me walk on that. Let me not look here and there. When the horse looks here there, either it looks at other horse and becomes friendly, or it sees the grass and gets tempted, or it sees some other traffic and gets frightened. Neither friendly nor temptation or frightening. I should have in my life. In that way, let me single pointedly only pursue you till I reach you. Please, please help me. I need your help. Is it not? The coaches and all in कबड्डी देखो, प्रो खेलते ना, लास्ट में जब 3-4 पॉइंट्स के फर्क होता है, तो 4 minutes ब्रेक, हाउ मच ऑल द प्लेयर्स आर कॉल्ड बाय द कोच, हाउ मच ही एक्सप्लेन्स. So to in your football and all you can see that. क्रिकेट में वो मौका नहीं होता, उन सब ब्रेक में he will send message through some of the boys, that's it. लास्ट मोमेंट इज सो इन द सेम वे. हमारा लास्ट है ऐसा नहीं कह रहे कितना है पता नहीं, बट वी आर स्लोली भगवान going up and only see to it that let me not become prey to my mana, to my indriyas, to the outer worldly sense objects, to the people around, to any of the temptations, attractions, etc. If I have become prey, again to come back to this level of with shraddha consistently listening to shastra from somebody, कितने जन्म लगेंगे नहीं पता. Like those people who stopped coming to class, ask them to come regularly. एक दिन 2 दिन आएंगे आउट ऑफ अगेन देखो हो गया उनका जिंदगी में. सर आई एम नॉट कर्सिंग देम, दिस इज हाउ इट हैपेंस. माया, if they had discussed with us and if they had asked us how to cross the toughest period of Maya of pulling us down, we would have helped them. Even now we are ready to help, but do they come in contact and tell us? Do they take us into confidence? नहीं लेते बाबा, हम क्या करें? That is why your devotion, surrender unquestionably developed towards the Guru right from the beginning alone helps when we are in those crucial junctions. Like Arjuna's friendship and devotion to Krishna helped him at the crucial junction to ask for the guidance and advice which saved him. Is it not? Think about it. Therefore, what is the crux of it today? We have recognized 3 needs of spiritual evolution and we are recognizing how to help ourselves in that. The first need is creating the desire, interest, need of spirituality. Thereafter, in thoroughly understanding from the classes and satsang what exactly the spiritual goal as well as means or sadhanas inside and outside. Third is what? Continuously maintaining the identity that I am the sadhaka, maintaining the memory that this is my sadhana, and doing all the time sadhana. Kuch na kuch. Even if I am going for any dharma karma outside, any of the other duties attending, there also the seeker in me should continuously do his sadhana. Finish that work, whatever is obligation, come back to us. कभी भी वो पकड़ छोड़ना ही नहीं. All the time. One of the best thing is what is said by Krishna here. That is this all introduction is only to come to this point where he says sarva bhuteshu sarva kaleshu sarva desheshu sarva vastushu sarvatra mad bhavam bhavayantaha. This is what is sadhana. At all places, all times, situations, whomever you are seeing the things and beings, all, everything is Bhagavan's expression only. That thought has to be so consistently, deeply maintained that the contrary thought, that the Rupa Namatmaka Jagat, which is Mithya, what is taken as real, that goes away. Till that time, we have to think. Till that time, we have to do it. Struggle. That is called struggle on the spiritual sadhana. Refuse to accept everything as real other than Paramatma. And all that is projection, imagination on Paramatma, temporary it is, unreal it is. If it is temporary and unreal, how can it give us real happiness? This thought should create that vairagya for the whole world and accept involving in our duties, involving in those things which require for our sustenance. No other thing, either the mind or intellect or senses are involved. Then only all our energies, timings are conserved. Then only there is chance for our introvertedness to focus on Lord. And all this practice is called a yoga, which we are studying in our Patanjali Yoga Sutras. That is why we said yes in the morning, when the Vedanta or Sankhya teaches us the goal, Paramatma, the yoga helps us in doing the sadhanas. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Upanishatsu, Brahma Vidyayam, Yoga Shastra. And who is Krishna? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. And what is Krishna's order? Tasmat Yogi Bhava Arjuna. In your sadhana, which takes you to Atma Jnani. That makes you Mukta from your Jiva Bhava because of Dehadi Upadhi. Doing all karma prompted by Raga Dvesha, creating karma phala, for which subjected to transmigration of birth and death in different lokas, different yonis. And in every avloka and yoni, again there are the karma phalas are there as prarabdha. So too the world is around again, giving us chance both to do the papa as well as the punya as well as sadhana, especially in manushya yoni. Be clear about all these things. This is what. Now here Bhagavan Krishna was in these 7-8 slokas. What he is saying is so importantly ultimate, so ultimately important that if it doesn't enter into our heart, we understand clearly that we are not devotee of Krishna or Bhagavata or Adhyatmikata. We are only a time pass brand. If these ultimate words of Krishna talking about the ultimate goal and the ultimate sadhana to be done is not entering into our heart, then whose words in which class or which text will inspire us to do sadhana? That's so. What else can be sadhana other than this? The highest of the purest of the Vedanta of all Upanishads. When Bhagavan is putting in front of us in such sweet and simple words, if that also we can't receive, we have to blame ourselves. We are unfortunate. May it not be so. Then what to do? Ek nahi, do nahi, daso bar pado is portion ko till the knowledge enters and the conviction to do this sadhana is developed. Keep doing it at the cost of anything and everything else. Bas full stop. एक दिन हमारे जिंदगी में आना चाहिए. मैं तो मेरे लिए प्रार्थना कर रहा हूँ वो इसी क्षण में आ जाए तो भी आई एम हैप्पी. That other than convinced about these sadhanas, other than doing only these sadhana 24 घंटे, may I not value, give importance to anything else, say Bhagavan. Even these classes, let everything get stopped. Only pursuing that sadhana to know the truth. हे भगवान क्षमा करो, रक्षा करो, अपने तरफ मोड़ लो, खींच लो और कहीं तरफ जाने मत देना. योर नेम इज कृष्ण, कर्षणात कृष्ण, आकर्षणात कृष्ण. सो अट्रैक्ट मी टुवर्ड्स यू. योर नेम इज राम, सर्वे रमन्ते अस्मिन् रामः. यू आर ब्रह्म स्वरूप, therefore make me do the ramana in your sadhana. You are Shiva, so you are peace personified. May I seek peace in you, may I seek you in peace. Let me not seek peace in the pieces and lose whatever the peace that is existing. You are the Shiva. That is why Bhagavan Shiva teaching Adhyatma Ramayana we are studying, and we are studying Bhagavan Krishna's teaching of Bhagavan's Swarupa only called as Bhagavatam. And that Bhagavan only as Adishesha and Kapila Mahamuni and Patanjali ji again coming into our life to make us even learn and do the yoga sadhana in the morning classes. And he is behind us from last 2 years teaching us Upanishad Vidya, not allowing us to forget our ultimate goal as Brahma Tattva. Now, this is what Kripa. This से बढ़कर और क्या होगा? इसी को और भी सीकिंग करते रहना थ्रू प्रेयर एंड यूजिंग इट और फॉलोइंग इट, then it slowly molds our whole character personality to be exclusively spiritual seeker doing the sadhana. That takes us to the siddhi. For every siddha purusha this was the process for us also. And all in all भगवान की कृपा पे डिपेंड होना हमको, उनके पीछे पड़ना है. ऐसा उनके पीछे पड़े कि वो कहीं जा नहीं पाए हमको हेल्प किए बिना. Okay, this is what it is. Now, this is what the whole subject we are discussing in this 11th skandha. In this 29th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna's ultimate teachings of Bhagavata Dharma. What we studied are Bhagavad Dharmas. Coming to the shloka number, we have seen 16th one. Smayamanan swan visrujya, daikim drusham visrujya, vridam cha visrujya, dandavat bhumau pranametu ashva chandala gokaram. अश्व को चंडाल को गो को खर डोंकी को भी भूमि पे पड़कर प्रणाम करो. Don't have that vrida, the bashfulness. Don't have the daihiki drusham, the identity with body that you are human, there are animals. Don't also worry about the people's different smayamana, their wonderment, their humiliation, their surprise. कुछ ना कुछ लोग दिखाते जाएंगे when you try to do anything spiritual. Because they are not doing, therefore either they are ignorant, therefore they question you, or they are jealous, therefore they question you. They try to pull you. Don't listen to them at all. उनको भी छोड़कर any, even the donkey, horse, human, cow, पचांडाला कुछ भी हो, वो भगवान ही है करके उनका दंडवत भूमि पे प्रणाम करना. ये भगवान ने एक जन्म पूरा ऐसे चराचर चराचर सृष्टि कीड़े मकोड़े से लेकर अत्यंत उत्कृष्ट भगवत अवतार इंक्लूडिंग सेंट्स एंड सेज टू एवरीवन, may I become a dasa, may I become servant, may I salute them, surrender to them, pranams, I do pranam to them, dandavata. Give me that opportunity. If it calls for the removal of all the ahankara and vasanas and becomes a qualification for your grace and real revelation. Beautiful. And before you doing it outside, inside the mind, we have to do for a long time. Remember, all the useless, rascal, nonsense things every human being does outside only after doing it inside. इनसाइड बेशर्मी से कर करके ही उसको शर्म छूट जाएगा और धैर्य आता है, धैर्य करे टू डू दैट स्टुपिडिटी आउटसाइड. Negatives, so to the positive. Inside the mind, keep on. Every day, remember all the donkeys, horses, and cows and chandala in the mind. Keep on doing pranama and come out of that hesitation or ego. Then practice of that outside also when that occasion comes. When we do it, then we are doing what Bhagavan is telling. I tell you, Bhagavan, please, may I remember this knowledge. Wherever I go out of my necessity or the duty, whether it may shop, whether it may be mall, whether it may be for purchasing something, whether I go to fill the fuel in my car, everyone let me see as Bhagavan and address them as Bhagavan and respectfully talk. Yesterday I went to market. Every Tuesday there is sabji, जाना पड़ता है हमको. कौन है जिंदा, हम कौन है help करने वाले. So somebody said something in that shop. She quoted such a big cost of that. I, without asking, gave. Will you take it? It is so costly. She said. I said, take 20 rupees more, Amma. Where will you go? It's all yours. She was stunned only. She didn't know what was. And we didn't put effort to say Bhagavat ka effort. After the Bhagavat, we went there. She charged it double. I know it. But I didn't mind it. You take it. Who is taking from us? It's God only. For us, the money is not important. Paramatma is important. In that mind, that was such a great joy. Even now, there is a joy. That in someone we could see the divine, unquestionably we surrender that way. This is how every day, wherever we are, everything is divine. They all deserve our salutations, our services, as we are their servants. The entire life we have to live like this. Not only this, 100 lives if it is required for the shuddhi of all our ahankara and all, if required, we let us do it. Are we ready for this? We have to be ready. Don't keep an option. No, these things will click to us only when we are so regular in our studying so many variety of shastras. It's not as a admixture of all these things कि सुबह एक क्लास हो रहा है 10 बजे एक हो रहा है नहीं नहीं. These are all the various things required for intellect's maturity. And mind you, the entire Guru Parampara, Rishi Parampara, and Bhagwan in all avatars, whom we are remembering every day, they are all with all we regular students to see that all classes which we are attending are understood in a coordinated manner, not creating any chaos or confusion. मैं तो पूरा आपके लिए मेरे लिए भरोसा रखता हूँ कि भगवान गुरु लोग हमको बचा रहे, चीजें दे रहे, समझा रहे, धीरे धीरे हमको परिपक्व में छोड़. दे आर मेकिंग अस, अलो देम, दे आर molding the stones we into idols, allow them. Let me not go away from them because of some chiseling, some hammerings, etc. They come and go. All of them are necessary. And ask, oh Lord, let me have such a tearful, joyful surrender, devotion, surrender to you. May I have that. More and more. May I more and more long for you. As much Dasharatha and Kausalya cried for Rama. How can you go leaving me, O son? Today you will see Kausalya's. May I become like that for you. Please fill my heart for that. In this way, when we live few lives, all the earlier wretched life of worldliness and all is found to be meaningless. Then you can have a sigh of relief. अभी इसका पलड़ा भारी है because of not having spiritual knowledge thoroughly and having so many vasanas and the habits, and we are born with this prarabdha in this deha in this world. यहाँ पलड़ा भारी है. एक बार हम इसमें से उधर जाएंगे, so then none of this will bother us so much. Like you all in the earlier days, how to attend so many classes and all. Now all of you are habituated. Especially the Hindi, English people are lucky. Morning though, evening though, बीच में पूरा free है उनको. Telugu people are unlucky. They have classes in the afternoon also. Unlucky in the sense they are more lucky in fact. Now we are able to tune. And for you, especially regulars, यही जिंदगी है. इससे बढ़कर कुछ है ही नहीं, इससे छोटा हमको चाहना नहीं चाहिए. All your bandhu, mitra, obligation, every one of them, when we have not attended last 2 years, that much, nothing lost. On the other hand, the contentment of studying Shastra, the punya of studying Shastra, the upasana of all devatas by remembering them every day, all that we have added. नहीं किया होता तो वो भी चला जाता, जैसे जो लोग नहीं किए. This is what, recognizing grace of God, using grace of God, acknowledging the grace of God, seeking the continuous grace of God. It itself is a great tapasya. Recognizing, acknowledging, using, seeking. This is the grace. Recognize. Acknowledge. Oh, this is how the grace is. Use it. Be regular. Then seek it more and more. This is called real maturity. So here we are seeing it in that 16th shloka. Any being, it may be animal, chandala, pashu, vakshi, in and through all of them, the same Narayana, Ishvara, Paramatma is there. Just do pranams. Thus, from the topmost to lowest. So far, what was told, in all temples see the Bhagwan, in all Brahmanas see the Bhagwan, in all the Rishi Munis see the Bhagwan. That was initial sadhana, and it is easy at that time. And that alone can be done, not in the lower. Now, in that, once we mastered that training, now even the Ashwachandala go Khara, even in them also Bhagwan. Therefore, whether somebody is the topmost or the lowest, both are expression of same Bhagwan. That is called Samata. We are seeing Bhagwan only in all. This training to be given to us. Then he says, Yavat sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhavaha na upajayate tavat evam upasita. This whole shloka is unnecessary because what is said in this shloka is already said in all our shlokas. And yet it is a most necessary because sometimes instead of telling the new thing, what is told, telling the importance of that becomes important. Like we have done today. क्लास पूरा हमने नया कोई सिखाया नहीं, जो सीखा उसी को अच्छी तरह से जाना. Here also he is repeating because this is more important. So, sarveshu bhuteshu yavat madbhavaha upajayate. Till in all the beings, till in all beings, madbhava, with the feeling that I alone am there in every being. Till that thing happens in your heart, that bhava is developed and strengthened, tavat, till then, evam upasit. After that, you need not work and struggle as upasana. Naturally, you will see God only everywhere. Tavat evam upasita, and that is what with all your three karanas. Vang, mana, kaya, vritti vihi. Vag vritti, mano vritti, kaya vritti. Vritti is vyavahara. Through your speech, through your mind, through your bodily actions, only do that upasana of seeing Bhagavan everywhere till Bhagavan alone is there everything. This bhava becomes stronger, stronger, stronger. Did we start it? How many minutes or hours per day we are doing it, which places we are doing it, in which situations we are doing, towards which human beings or objects or animals we have started doing. सोच लो, पागल हो जाना इस साधना में, यही हमारा अदर पागलपन से हमको बचाएगा. What is our पागलपन? Taking the God as the world and indulging in the world like a jiva for sukha bhoga through desires and getting kicked left and right. From that Pagalpan, this is the only Pagalpan which saves us. So when you are walking in the garden, every plant is his expression. Every leaf is his expression. Every bud, flower is his expression. Is it not? When you are in kitchen, all the items जड़ दिख रहे हैं तो भगवान की रूप है. When people are around you, you go in market, anywhere you see, भगवान ही इस रूप में. Silently keep on doing inside. Don't tell others. Outside you should be looking like normal. नहीं पता कुछ. जैसे आपकी तरह हम भी हैं. Laugh or giggle or do the work required. Same. Every of the great bhakta did many lives this type of sign, internal upasana, after which only suddenly when they realized, then they became famous. More important than outer expressions is inside our silent sadhanas. So, किसी को नहीं पता होना है, जरूरत नहीं बोलने को. You know your guru knows, your God knows. That's it. यावत् सर्वेषु भूतेषु मद्भावः उपजायते तावदेव उपासीत वाङ्मनः कायवृत्तिभिः. एवं उपासीत. एवं उपासीत, इमीडिएट श्लोक. व्हाट वाज दैट? आश्व चांडाल घो को ही झुक कर नमस्कार करो बोले तो फिर बाकी सबका तो सवाल ही नहीं, सबको नमस्कार. So don't go on doing it and get back pain. The point is, in the heart, everyone is God. They deserve our respect, reverence. That is expressed through surrender or pranam. Okay, this dandavat pranam is the final expression. काया भी करना है, दंडवत हो गया. वनचा भी करना है, ये कौ रूप भगवान आपको नमस्कार. मनसा भी करना चाहिए, भगवान अनदर विभूति इज दिस कौ. Kaya vacha manasa. Kaya is the most difficult one, but when that is done, then only the sadhana is complete. Hmm. There is a Go Puja, Ashwa Puja, even Khara Puja also is there. There may be some, like Karva Chauth, there may be Karva Chauth. Khara means donkey. See, why that thought that donkey is a lower animal? Oh, why is everything is Jiva only? Everywhere Paramatma. ऐसे क्यों हमको आश को चांडाल को और गधे को देखकर लगता है छोटे? नहीं है. इनफैक्ट दे वर्क मोर. द वर्क ऑफ डोंकी इज मोर कंट्रीब्यूटिंग देन द हाथी. दैट फेलो ओनली खाता रहता है बेवकूफ. In the same way, Chandala does more physical work, Shudra Chandala and all, than others. They should be in fact respected, revered as God first. Like that's what I see in Gurudev's life, in many Mahatmas I have seen. Before, we have done it in more than 7-8 times. In our Char Dham Yatras, when the concluding day, Char Dham Yatra camps hote na, last day hota hai na, and first thing before we start that concluding program is call all those staff. If that's a camp in an ashram, all the kitchen staff, worker staff, First we give them gifts and ताली बजवाते हैं उनके लिए. We collect and give it. Because without them, none of the things would have happened smoothly. They took care of us. And if it is a yatra, those drivers, those guides who came with us, yeah, not though helped us with luggage. When many camps, we took the entire kitchen stuff. गाड़ी चलती रहती है बीच और बस में पीछे बैठ के सब जब काट लेते हो. By the time you do the darshan and come, they cook and keep ready in 1 hour, 2 hours. We used to facilitate them first. We do it because they deserve. In them, the Bhagwan is there who took us safely. First thing, especially Jatayatra, is the drivers who have safely drove for all those 15, 16 days where every moment there is a risk for accident. Safely they took means God only there in that form. Then the pujaris who get the puja done and all, so ठीक है वो तो सब लोग करते हैं उनको उनको भी करना चाहिए. They also deserve. All the pandas there, whoever are there, सब में भगवान. Don't see Bhagwan only in the idol. That is stationed Bhagwan. The mobile Bhagwans are all these around him. Whatever they behave, that is their lot. But in our vision, Bhagwan is in that room. Bring that tone of respect and reverence. Bring that language of worshipfulness. Add G to everybody. G के बिना जीवन ही नहीं होना चाहिए. Even if a boy giving you tea or coffee, उनको भी respectfully. Then only our inner hard stone-like heart gets melted to get molded in devotion to Bhagavan. There's no other way. So, yavat sarveshu bhuteshu madbhavaha nopajayate तावदेव उपासीता वांगमनः काया वृत्तिभिः. अब इससे स्पष्ट और सिंपल रूप में क्या साधना करना है, कहाँ पहुंचना है, कौन बताएगा बताओ. If not for our own negligence or careless or non-application, what is the other reason that we are not remembering it, or what can be the better sadhana than this? Told very simply than this. That is why Uddhava's prashna, anjasa, effortlessly, anjasa, quickly. Please tell us. Bhagavan told, beta aisa karo, ek. So some of you can make a homework of from this verse 8 onwards till the verse number 28, etc. Whatever one by one sadhana Bhagavan told, somebody can write them in English. उसका एक फोटो लेके send in our group. But these are the things as Bhagavata Dharmas, Bhagavan Krishna has taught. One of you can do the homework. Who has time, who can take time, karo. Okay, then comes the next one. Ki sarvam brahmatmakam tasya. I am going to 18th shloka. Vidyatma manishaya paripashyannu parameto sarvato mukta samshayaha. This is the acme perfection reached. After which all sadhanas which are done have become natural, effortless, spontaneous from us. Therefore, there are no efforts required. You are reveling in the reality that the moment you open the eyes, everything is Lord Divine. Dasoham. The moment you close the eyes, whole world of perception, senses, mind and antakarana, their functions are dissolved. Soham. आंख खोलते ही दासोहम, आंख बंद करते ही सोहम. That's it. When this becomes our experience, natural, there's no need of further any effort. You are mukta now. That's he says, Sarvam Brahma Atmakam Tasya. Of that sadhaka, when everything is Brahma Swarupa and Atma Swarupa, this experience happens. That's called here as Vidyaya Atma Manishaya. देखो विद्या विद्या इन द मॉर्निंग ऑल्सो ज्ञान कर्म समुच्चयवाद में विद्या एंड कर्म का डिस्कशन हो रहा है. विद्या आत्म मनीषया विद्या. दिस आई विल एक्सप्लेन टुमारो इन डिटेल. Vidya is Upanishad Vidya. In Upanishad Vidya, what is taught? Brahma as Atma. And the teaching, when we learn and become convinced about, it is called as Manisha. Atma Manishaya Vidyaya Tasya Sadhakasya Sarvam Brahma Atmakam Pashyan. When the naturally is able to see everything as Brahma and Atma, then Paripashyan Uparame. So thereafter, he need not do any effort there. Uparameta Sarvataha. And there's no more anything to do for him. Mukta Samshayaha. The Samshayas, the Ajnanas, the Avidya Granthis, all are gone away. Because what you are practicing is true, the true practice, true or the truth practice taken you to the experience of the truth. That everything is Paramatma, no doubt about it. Mukta Samshaya. Bhagavan remaining as he is, in him, entire world is projected. Projected world is taken as real to such an extent that the real Bhagavan is forgotten. What is spiritual sadhana? Exactly opposite of it. What is that? Allowing the world to remain as it is. Listen carefully. Allowing the world to remain as it is. Bringing the idea of the Lord in and through everything to such an extent that the Lord alone is experienced, not the things. Antidote. जो गलती किया उसको सुधारना. What was there is only Bhagwan. उनको कोई चेंज नहीं कर सकते. लेकिन on that Bhagwan only, the world of names and forms projected. The projection is given so much value, importance, it appeared as real. And it costed us to forget the real Bhagwan. This is called as avidya, moha, samsara, bahirmokata, vishayasakti. कुछ भी नाम दे दो. This is what happened. Now reverse is what? Let the world remain as it is. Don't try to change the world. Change the vision of the world. दृष्टि को बदलना साधना है, सृष्टि को नहीं. सृष्टि जैसा है वैसा ठीक है, उसी में भगवान को देखना. डोंट मेक द डॉग एज द गॉड. लेट द डॉग रिमेन एज डॉग. यू मेक योर विजन इन द डॉग एज गॉड इन सच ए वे दैट यू आर सीइंग गॉड, वेदर अदर सीइंग व्हाटएवर, लेट देम सी. In the same way, everywhere, let everything remain like. Let the mountain be there, let the trees be there. All of them need not be changed. Only the vision has to be changed. According to the changed vision, the practice has to be done till the practice gives us anubhuti. Beautiful. Sarvam Brahmatmakam Pasyan. Sarvam Brahmatmakam Tasya Pasyan Atma Vidyaya. Sarvam Brahmatmakam Tasya Vidyaya Atma Manishya Paripashyana Uparamet Sarvataha Mukta Samshayaha. Experience आएगा, देर संशय नहीं रहेगा, प्रयत्न करने की जरूरत नहीं है. You just stabilize yourself. सर्वम ब्रह्म. See, sarvam hi etat brahma, ayam atma brahma, sarvam khalu idam brahma. All the opening mantras Bhagavan is teaching here. And still, whatever the doubts are remaining, questions are remaining, hesitations are there, consistently when you do this study, further again and again, even they also start going away. And whatever the commitments, convictions, the nishtha anushtanas required, they also will come with the same process of continuously listening, praying to the Lord to give us understanding and conviction. तो उस लक्ष्य तक पहुंचने के लिए इस मार्ग में चलना था. यहाँ तक आ गए, चलते रहो, एक दिन पहुंच जाएंगे. In this way, 1, 2, 3, 4 shlokas only Bhagavan will say, or 5. With this, the Bhagavata Dharmas, Bhagavan Krishna's teachings for Mukti in the 11th Skandha, and all his teachings summed up in his Leela or Avatara. After this, ho gaya. Uddhav ji goes, Bhagavan also concludes his Avatara in the coming chapter. That is why the beauty and importance of these slokas, this chapter, this knowledge, these practices. May we all, Bhagavad Kripa se, Guruon ke Kripa se, remember Vyasa Bhagavan, remember Shukadev ji, remember Suta Bhagavan, remember Vaishampayana Rishi ji, remember Sri Narada, remember Sri Narji, and also Sant Kumaradi, remember Brahmadeva, remember Narayana, remember Lord Krishna, remember Bhagavata Rupa Krishna, remember Shrutimata, remember the Parabrahma Tattva, bend and do pranam to all of them. I am doing it, you do it. Then beg them, request them, oh Lord, may this knowledge of Shastras, as given by Rishi Muni as per their experience, that come to me also. Let all the sacrifices, sadhanas to be done for this by me, let them be done, empower me with the required strength, required knowledge, required conviction, required understand, required sacrifices. Oh Lord, please. Pray it. This will be said as Tathastu by the Devatas. And committedly at our level of Purushartha, don't miss the classes. Don't miss whatever japa you are doing, puja you are doing, study you are doing, stotra bhajan you are doing. Same thing you do more intense, more involvedly. That's it. That itself will take us. What we do is though important in earlier days as sadhana, that one, how deeply we do, how with clarity of understanding we do, that gives us the evolution. Like in the Telugu class, we are saying, thousands of times people have chanted Vishnu Sahasranam. That gives only that result. But when we are knowing the meaning now, then we are more than or along with Parayanam, also contemplating with the help of the meanings, praying with the help of the meanings, Upasana we are doing with the help of meaning. The sadhana is deeper, the result also higher. यहाँ भी वही बात, जो कर रहे हो उसी को भक्ति से, भाव से, श्रद्धा से, निष्ठा से, अनुष्ठान से, व्रत से, दीक्षा से, दक्षता से करते जाना. I तो ये डिसाइड किया यही क्लासेस होता ही रहेगा. May not lose my interest in this, हे भगवान. Whether people come or not, listen or not, that is in their and their prarabdha and your grace. May I not think about that even in dream even once. May only do this. Study Shastra, talk, try to justify it. That also by your grace. That's why I'm sustaining from last 2 years doing all that. It is His Kripa. Clear? We'll stop here today. Those 5-6 slokas in India to we do. Then Bhagavan will ask Uddhava, did you listen, my dear? Did you understand it? Are you clear about it? Then in the 5 slokas, he will tell whom this knowledge should not be given. And in one sloka, he says, whoever gives in detail this Bhagavatam, especially 11th Skandha, to my devotees, is so loved by me. I give myself to him, he says. So therefore, you also study thoroughly 11th Skandha and teach to someone. Here he says, I tell you, no, he says, 26 shloka. Ya etat mama bhakteshu sampradadya supushkalam. To my devotees, whoever gives this 11th skandha in a lavish manner, exhaustively, clearly, tasya aham brahmadayasya, he is as great as the giver of the Upanishad Vedanta only to others. To him, dadami atmanam atmana. I give myself to that person. That is his choice. But we are doing as our offering to him. Whether he likes it and makes us realize him, understand him, experience or not, oh, unke daire mein. But the mahima of this 11th skandha, how much Bhagavan is happy with those who are studying, teaching and listening to this 11th skandha. Clearly lekha hai. या एतत् मम भक्तेषु संप्रदद्यात् सुपुष्कलम तस्य ब्रह्मदायस्य हम ददामि आत्मानम् आत्मना. In Gita also, न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृत्तम भवता न च मे तस्मात् अन्यः प्रियतरो भुवि अध्येष्यते च इमं धर्म्यं संग्राम संवादमावयोः ज्ञानयज्ञेन तेनाहम् इष्टस्याम् इति मे मतिः. Wow. There's nobody in the past and present and future more dear to me than that person who gives Gita Jnanam to my devotees. What more certificate you need than this? Nobody is more dear to me in past, present and future than that person who gives this Gita Jnanam to my bhaktas. Nacha tasmat manusheshu kaschit me priyakruttamah. मेरे प्रीति करने वाला उससे बढ़कर न कोई पास में था ना प्रेजेंट में है. भविता न च में तस्यात् अन्यः प्रियतरः भूमि. भूमि में आगे भी कोई होगा नहीं. अगर होगा तो वो भी यही होगा जो गीता पढ़ाएगा. बस here also. Yeah, that topic will be Homa. Then Uddhavaji also with so much love, devotion. Before that, Bhagavan says, Gacha Uddhava, beta tum chale jao, ab wahan jaakar. Then that will be later. But Uddhavaji says, all my mohama, everything gone. After that, Bhagavan gives him permission to go. Then he does parikrama and all that. This is how this chapter is very tasty, tasty. Every word, every shloka is a swadu swadu pade pade. Yat shrundatam rasajnanam. So you are all rasagna shrotas. Therefore, you are regularly listening, and I'm sure it is giving some joy and taste to you. Thank you. Continue tomorrow. Sarvam Krishnarpanam. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sadgurunatha Maharaj ki jai. Yes, my dear friends. Thank you. Let us do our Adhyatma Ramayanam. Jai Shri Krishna. No, 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 no.